better for that.
We talk about this.
I'm so ready for this.
Hello,
45 minutes.
and welcome back to the Duran podcast. I'm your host, Majaro, and it's actually listeners, my bad, Joe. We have quite a few guests with us here today, and we got two basketball players. Trash ass women with us.
Whoa.
Excuse me. Hold up. Go back.
Out here, we got Mo.
Do you want
What's up,
people on the
what
podcast or not? Sorry.
Introduce yourself, Mo.
More the Portugal.
Introduce yourself, Sean.
What's up?
Introduce yourself, Tia.
Don't introduce yourself because why did they get introduced first?
Introduce yourself, Hannah.
Men are trash.
That's Hannah.
Men are trash.
That's Hannah. Tapia, introduce yourself.
Like the first 10 seconds.
Introduce yourself, Tapia. Damn, men are actually trash.
Men are trash. I'm glad we've already reached the end of that podcast. He's decided that men are trash. Thank you and good night.
Okay, so who do you guys think is worse?
Women, hands down.
Women are trash.
Hands down.
Scum of the earth.
Yo, chill. Okay.
But every Wednesday when you go out for socials, you're chatting to women. So
Me?
how does that make sense?
When was the last time I even went out on a Wednesday?
You're meeting who on today?
Who am I meeting
From
today?
Wednesday?
I'm asking you, who am I meeting? Please, no, tell me. I actually want to know. Who am I
You can't be
meeting?
using information like that.
Oh, sorry. Take that out. Cut that bit out. Sorry.
Oh, tell me who.
Hey,
Tell me
relax,
who.
man.
Huh?
You were talking about it.
Talking about
okay.
what?
You were talking about it.
Talking about what? Please tell me, because I don't know what you're talking
Act
about.
oblivious.
Okay, you know what? Let's
You see that? You see that? That's a classic example. That's
Right.
You know what she's trying to do? She's trying to twist it. Trying to
Carry
put
on.
the spotlight on Shaw. You know
You
what
know
I'm
why
saying?
we've only
She's trying
spoke
to
on
put
one
the spot-
occasion?
Huh?
Because we're about to not be friends. Men are trash.
Alright, let's reload
Right.
the thing.
It's fire in the booth. Fire in the booth.
Let's go. Let's go with Mo. Tell us a bit about yourself, Mo.
That was kind of rude still.
As you said, I play basketball. I play for Worcester Wolves second team.
Where you from?
I'm from Essex,
You
but I was
first
born
year?
in London. You know what I'm saying?
First year, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm first year.
What about you, Tia? Let's go, men,
Majority,
women.
can we just go in
Hey,
order?
I'm trying to equality, fam.
Wow.
Equality for all.
Damn.
I'm first year studying sports therapy.
Carry on.
That's about it, really.
What do you like doing?
No, actually, no. This is interesting. Where are you from? Because I remember from ACS. You know what I'm saying?
I am Jamaican and Indian, so bit of a mix.
Bit of a hybrid.
Just
Wow. Where you're from, yeah?
I do.
To your chest. I
I'm
like
sure.
that.
fam. Come
Let's
on,
go,
bro.
Sean. Sean, where you from?
Obviously, I'm Nigerian, innit?
Hold on. Alright, Sean's lost his chest in it, so just understand why he's speaking so quietly.
Huh?
Look with your chest, nigga.
I normally talk, man. I don't need to shout.
Well, go on. Where you from?
Obviously, I'm from Nigeria. I was born in America.
Wait, you were born in America?
Born in America.
Yeah.
Since when, fam?
Where?
What do you mean since when? Since I was born? What the hell? What the hell?
Yo,
Do you want to say
first
since?
time I heard this about you, fam.
Nah, I was born in LA.
LA?
Really?
No one ever believes me though, but it's the
How
truth.
long did you stay
Palm
over
trees and that.
I moved when I was like 7. I can't remember the age, but I know I came to England halfway through year 2. Yeah, man, I used to have an accent. Everyone used to laugh at me.
Time for Hannah. Let's go, Hannah. What about you, Hannah?
My name's Hannah.
Where you from?
Why you gonna be like this, man? Why you gonna be like this?
Tell the
yeah?
people what you're from, Hannah.
Start snitching on yourself.
I'm half Jamaican and I'm half white.
Hey, let's go.
Where you from? Where you from?
Where do you live?
Where do you live?
From Birmingham.
Introduce
She
yourself,
likes a
girl.
man from bro.
Yes, out here
you
with
got people
Tapiwa.
over here.
Yeah, where you from, girl?
I'm from Zimbabwe, but I'm from London as well. So
And what do you do?
Is it?
West London in the house.
Oh, that's the worst part of London, man.
Wow! Wow!
That's the worst. That's actually the worst part of London.
No, it's not. West
It is.
London, North London is the worst.
No, it goes south, north.
Hey, I
No,
don't want to beef on my
south,
Then
podcast.
west.
South, north, and,
least you know
and
south's
then
the best,
east.
though.
No, I'm rating the worst. I'm putting them in order
Ah, I
the
feel
worst.
going in the best.
North, south, the east, then is West London.
The only thing you guys have going
Facts.
for you is Stratford. What am I talking about? I mean Westfield. That's the only thing you guys have going for you.
That's not even no.
That is
stop
West
it.
London.
That's how you know you don't know London like
So
that.
what do
Okay, yeah, because I sticks to South London.
I study clinical psychology. I'm
Alright.
a first year.
And you are a, like, ACS.
Oh yeah. I'm secretary of African and Caribbean Society.
White people are invited to, by all means. It's not just for black people.
It's all inclusive. Everyone's welcome. If you want to learn about African and Caribbean culture, then yeah, you're welcome. You're very welcome.
So who wants to go first on this debate? Ladies, you can start. You know, we're gentlemen.
Actually, you know what? Let's just pause. Let's just pause, right?
Wait, before we start speaking, I just want to say, yeah, men are trash. Wait, women are trash. Everybody is trash. But I have 1,000,001 reasons why men are worse.
I appreciate y'all for being on this podcast, first of all. Even if you were trash, I appreciate y'all for doing this.
You know, I used to be better naive before I came to this uni. Better naive. I was like, and this girl, I'm gonna get with this one girl and she's gonna stay with me the whole time.
Okay, I was bad, but I don't think I was that bad.
I was better naive. So once I get with this girl, I turn around, she's getting with another man. I was like, But now I don't care, fam. It's natural, innit? It's like, I don't really give a shit.
The same way as you.
Yeah, I was
when I get to the
naive.
club, I'm dancing with a girl. Yeah, she's on me. And then she's like, oh, I'm coming back. I'm going upstairs to smoke or whatever.
Yeah.
She goes up, comes back down. 2-2, she's on next man, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
What do I do now? Because then you don't feel like dancing with anyone else because you've already made your bed in it. But that was me.
But that's not just females. Males go around daggering anything that bends over. Like, I'm confused.
No.
A dance is a dance, but
if a guy has respect for himself, he won't dance with anything that bends over.
True.
Anything. If I'm standing, that ugly girl and I can feel her bum against me, and she's ugly, now walk away.
And if she's not ugly?
Of course, you're gonna secure it. What the hell? I'm not gay.
So do you have no respect for yourself? Because you just said a guy that has respect for himself wouldn't dance with anything that just bends over.
Exactly.
So do you not have respect for yourself? You said if she's pretty, then you would dance with it.
Yeah, of course.
But you.
But
Men are trash.
He's saying like he's got standards.
Yeah.
But physical appearance means a lot, though.
Yeah. But you just said, you know what?
No, keep going.
You just said, yeah, that you have more respect for yourself than to dance with anything that bends over. So if she's peng and she bends over, you've just said that you'll dance with it. So therefore, where's your respect for yourself now?
If I'm surrounded in a room with 50 peng girls, and they're all bending over, I'll dance with every single one of them.
Where's your respect gone? That's my point. You're coming to me talking about respect. Where's your respect gone?
It's because they're good looking.
So your respect goes out the window when people are good looking?
Yeah.
That's really, really shallow-minded. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. It is though, like, you're telling me, like, I wouldn't even mind if you would have said, yeah, but any girl that bends over, like, she's got no respect for herself, why am I just going to go dagger her? 100%, I agree with you. But then you messed it up because you said you danced with 50 pen girls and your respect for yourself went out the window.
It's a nightclub, though.
It doesn't. Okay, yeah, I understand it's a nightclub, but you told me, you said this to me. You said you.
No, but
you came to me about respect, didn't it? So I'm just asking you where your respect goes when the girl's pretty. That's all I asked you. And then for your mindset, I think personally that was shallow.
Okay, so alright, so you're dancing in a club.
Yep.
And so let's say you're twerking, yeah, and they're not best looking. That doesn't make sense. An ugly guy comes behind you and starts trying to wind up you. What are you gonna do?
Any guy that comes behind me, I move from because any guy. It doesn't matter whether they could be Chris Brown. They could be. I'm trying to think of. I don't even think Chris Brown's that good looking. There could be anybody that's good looking. You know what I mean? But I have more respect for myself. I can twerk on air. You know what I mean? Like I don't need a man behind me to make me feel good. I'm going out for myself to feel pretty. I dressed up for me. I did my makeup for me. I did my hair for me. I didn't do it for the man to come dagger me. That's where my respect comes in for myself. I think somewhere in your head you do have respect because you spoke to me about it. But the things that you said afterward shows your shallow mind. What
we discussed before this podcast. Don't bring it up, innit? You don't know these niggas. Nothing we said before, yeah. So about he was, Wednesday or whatever.
Okay.
You cannot bring none of that up. You know what I'm saying?
I said cut it out. Sorry. No, but that's got nothing to do with that. I wasn't talking about that. Just then.
Yeah, but then you were like, he spoke about me respect earlier. You know what I'm saying?
No, it was just 2 seconds ago. It was just 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, you probably will.
I wouldn't have brought that back up.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I seen bad boys miss some ugly things, fam. It actually brings me tears to my eyes. Just gonna say, like, when you just see a girl and you're just like, oh, whoa. I've done that way too many times. Like, whoa. But I'll say that for another day. You know what I'm saying?
find girls like that, every man and their dad's trying to get on it.
Lies.
What do you mean?
That's a lie, fam.
I'm not sure about that.
If I see a nice looking girl, I'm not even gonna try and approach to it.
Nigga, the
Speak to it. I'm not gonna try and speak to it. Cause
Well, you get a little bit nervous. You get a little bit
Why are
nervous.
you calling women it?
Sorry.
Because we don't call males it. We have a bit of respect for
That was
you.
that was.
I didn't say it. I'm sure I said
I
it.
know. We'll let you two on.
Them
Thank
from
you,
earlier,
thank
yeah?
Them from earlier.
I'm a gentleman.
I wouldn't speak
Ladies,
to
I'm
her
a gentleman.
because I know every man in this club is gonna try and get with her. So
No,
why would
I'm
you
a gentleman
I might
about
just
things.
I might just want to chill by the side. If
First,
she
I'll
wants to be
introduce you. I'll let you know my name.
Shoot your shots.
Like what
know what
what I
I'm
say.
saying?
Shoot your shot. If you think a girl is pretty, shoot
bad,
your
my
shot.
bad.
Because am I going for the guy on the side that's pre-ing everything in the room, or am I going for the guy who came over to me and said, you know what, you look really nice tonight?
Yeah, what's your name?
What's putting a smile on my face? Random man pre-ing me, or man coming up to me, just throwing me a compliment.
I'm
It
a
doesn't have to be.
gentleman. You gotta
Oh,
be a gentleman.
can I dagger you? It doesn't need to be that.
Nah,
Just
no
come
one
up and
asked that,
say you look pretty, or you look like you put a lot of effort into what you
Like-
picked to wear and how you did your makeup.
So the
Is
simple-
that how you
all
like?
I-
Is that how
all
you
I-
like to be approached by a guy?
No,
Come on, is any guy gonna approach you saying that now?
You know,
So
I
you
never
like
seen you
them-
before.
Now they are.
Like I never seen you.
So you would like them to approach you with respect.
Respect. If you come to me with respect, I'ma speak to you with respect. You know what I mean? Like it aggravates me more than anything when men or guys or anybody in the club, you know, females as well. I guarantee it aggravates men when you come up with disrespect. Like how you gonna try grips me? Don't touch me, bruv. Don't touch me. Have respect for me. You wouldn't touch your mum like that. You wouldn't touch your sister. You wouldn't touch your aunties like that. So don't touch me like that.
Exactly, man. What the hell?
That's gross.
Yeah.
But don't. No, I'm not.
No, actually,
you're,
I know
you're
what you're
taking.
talking about.
You're taking the wrong.
I get you.
You're taking the wrong thing out
I
of
get
it.
an example, yeah, but
No, you're taking the wrong thing out of it. I'm saying you wouldn't. No,
Relax,
you're
relax.
taking the wrong thing out of it. I'm saying you wouldn't treat other women like that. So why are you treating me like that? Just because it's a nightclub, just because of the environment that you've been put into, you don't need to treat me like that.
But
You're gonna get a lot
But
more.
at the same time, like if you're twerking in it, you kind of put yourself in that position for that
Nah,
male
you
to
can't-
move to you
you
like
can't
that.
say
But listen. I could go out and see
sometimes.
you. I could go out and see you daggering some next girl, yeah. And I could think, oh, I really liked him, but he's got no respect because he's out daggering every girl. Say you daggered 50 girls because you thought they were paying. And I'm thinking in my head, oh, I thought he had more respect for himself than to do that. Than to dagger everything that moves. You know what I mean? Then I could understand if I'm in the club. If I'm in the club and everybody's come up behind me daggering me, every boy, I'm just stood in the middle, disrespecting myself, then of course I'm not gonna expect someone to come up to me and be like, oh, you're pretty. Then I've made it out like that's me. That's all I'm good for. Making a show of myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I've gone out with my man or with someone that I'm speaking to and, you know, it's just us speaking, we're not speaking to the whole world in that speaking, and I'm dancing on him, then that's between, you know what I
That's
mean?
between
like,
you and him.
you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
that's like, that's different if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get you.
So,
So what if like I am me in it? You know what I'm liking? I just like dancing in it, yeah. And girls are coming up to me for dancing, so I don't have respect if I dance with them. Like if I'm just genuinely being nice, it's just a dance. innit?
there's different types of dancing.
Even if
Because
it's
how you
dancing-
dance with me is not how you dance with someone that you're trying to, you know what I mean? Like, do you
Yeah,
get what I'm,
that's
I don't know
what
how
I'm
to,
saying, innit?
yeah.
That's what I'm saying, innit? But,
That's
like,
different though.
Let's say because we're friends, innit? We're quite close friends. Let's say you start daggering on me, yeah. Yeah, it won't happen yet, but anyways, yeah. I start daggering with other girls the same way, yeah. Am I losing respect for?
No. Yeah, I'd be like, wait.
Like, even though it's
I'd
just
be like,
dancing-
why do you need to dagger everything that moves? It's still the same principle.
No.
But the thing is, I personally wouldn't be like, rah, he come daggering me and now he's daggering because you're my friend. I wouldn't do that with you anyway. But like, I'd be like, that's not my thought process. In some girls in the club, that's not their. They go out to get drunk. They go out to get danced with. They go out to do this, that, and the next thing. That's their intention. Different people have different intentions when they go
You
out.
know what I'm saying?
So
like, for you to be saying people losing respect for themselves or daggering on other things, it's just your opinion, innit? It's not actual fact.
People got different intentions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm just out there
100%.
dancing,
But why would your intention to be daggering everything in the club? It doesn't show very highly
What
of you.
happens if a nigga's roasting though?
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Like what happens if a guy is just going out like to have sex? He goes to a nightclub to bring a girl back. That's what I'm saying. That's his intention. He's going out in the club to bring a girl back.
But I think that's disrespectful if you think that little of a woman to go out and then take her home just to sleep with her, and then what are you doing, wifing her the next day?
How many guys go
No,
out
I'm
with
not.
that thought process?
Listen. No, many
But
guys
some
do, and
guys
so
do
do
that
many
too.
women.
Women do it as
Yeah.
well.
Yes,
Women
yeah.
do it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
It's common
You're going on like I'm sat here saying you're in the wrong. You can't do. I'm not saying that. Everybody has them kind of. Everybody, men are trash, but you know what I mean. Exactly. I said that at the beginning, didn't I? I said everybody's trash. But I'm saying to you, for me personally, and it is an opinion. It's not facts. I think that's disrespectful. If you go out purely to get a girl, take her home and sleep with her and fuck her off the next day.
What about if the girl was thinking the exact same way? The guy pulls.
But the difference between male and female is, girl, whether they say, "Oh, don't care, never want to speak to you again," they still catch feelings.
No,
they still have these feelings.
Yeah,
not all girls.
Some girls.
You don't know. You don't know. You're not in a girl's head. You don't know girls. Don't speak. Are you a girl? Are you a girl? Are you a girl? No.
So you know every girl, yeah? You know every girl.
I know how girl thought process work. Likewise, I'm speaking to you now. You're telling me how every guy thinks. You telling me?
No, I'm not. You said some guys go out like that.
Well, some girls go out and like that. Huh? But I'm saying my personal opinion, back to that, is that it was disrespectful. It's disrespectful. In my personal opinion, it's disrespectful to go out and that be your only motive.
Wait.
You should be going out to have a good night.
Yo, Hannah.
What?
In my opinion, I feel that the thing that irritates me the most about females is that they never let things go. Whether it's you left the toilet seat up or...
Yeah, but that's dirty.
Wait.
That's basic hygiene.
Yo, let me finish.
That's dirty.
Yeah!
How can you leave your skids in the toilet? I'm not being funny. That's dirty.
I'm with her on that one, man. Like, I know a few people. You know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You know who you are.
I had sex with a girl like 2 years ago or 2 months ago, and I'm trying to chat to a girl, and then she finds out, and she never just lets it down. She's like, "Oh yeah, you fucked that girl that I don't like, blah 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 blah."
Why are you? No, whoa.
No, Hannah.
Don't speak. No. Do not speak. No. Too much getting. No,
Josh. What do you mean?
Let me reply to you.
Oh shit.
I feel like.
Shit.
Speak
I feel like
on.
it's in the past. I did my thing with that girl. It's over. I'm trying to chat to you. Why are you bringing that stuff? Because it's just going to affect us going forward.
Because we're not going forward. You slept with someone that I don't like. You ain't nothing to me now. Sorry. Why are you sleeping with her? You know I don't like her. If it's before, that's different. That's the females you're going for. You need to sort that out.
Oh shit. Okay.
I don't think that should matter though. If you slept with someone like 2 months ago.
Go on, speak to me, Sean. Speak to me. Go on.
Speak to me. You're making me very agitated.
Am I? That's what I like to do to males. I make them agitated.
Nah, but there's actually girls out here that hold grudges against other females because they fucked someone that they like.
Okay,
That's
since let's just bring some order to this discussion, right? So I want to know. I know my own personal reasons why I would think men are like trifling or whatever.
Go for it. What's your reason?
Right? No, I want to know because the response is like, oh, but women are trash too. They're also trash and things
Everyone's
like that.
trash, to be honest.
Right? I really believe that.
I strongly disagree with that. Like everyone's trash.
When you
I strongly disagree with that.
When you have awareness of something, then you can take responsibility for it, right? So if you guys are not taking awareness for your behavior and your response is women are also trash, we're all trash, then that's you guys not taking responsibility. I want to know, like, why do you guys say that women are trash? I want to know from since it's like a male versus females right now. I want to know why you guys say we're trash.
Wait,
Let's not talk about why Majaro left skid marks in someone's toilet. Okay, nobody wants to hear that. No, you brought that up, honey. Now we all know that you left skid marks in someone's toilet.
Hey, okay, let's go, y'all.
I'll tell you guys one thing that girls do. This doesn't even involve
Not all girls, just some.
Yeah,
We're gonna say some,
girls,
you know.
Most girls. This doesn't even involve guys.
A lot of this is gonna be like subjective anyway.
No, just
because
hear me
people
out, hear me out.
speaking from experience.
Let me land.
Guys that are listening, realize this is very opinionated, isn't it? We're not speaking facts or truth.
Facts.
This is a lot of
This is
opinions.
facts.
Shut the fuck up. This is a lot of
Fucking
opinions,
facts.
isn't it? Yeah. So right now, either of us could be right or wrong, innit? Like I agree with Mo saying not everyone's trash because there are generally some nice people.
Yeah, exactly.
Me.
Yeah,
But
me
like,
too.
You know, there are some trash people in the world as well, so we've got to acknowledge both.
Well, go on, Sean. Tell what you hate.
And before I say this, please tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Please tell me you guys don't know that this has happened. Let's say you two are best friends. You two are best friends, or you guys have you guys have a group of friends. Like say there's 6 of you, and you're all quite close friends.
Just the 3 of us.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
alright,
not
so there's
friends.
three of you.
Too many friends in that group.
So there's 3 of you guys, yeah. Tell me, she will chat shit about you behind her back to you, and then you go and smile on her face the next day and act like it's
That's
normal.
not a friend. That is, I don't know what she is. That's listen. This is
Girls
again.
chat
Listen.
shit about their best friend
Listen to
and
me.
act like it's normal.
Okay, 100%.
Smile on
I
her
agree with
face.
you. I've been in situations where girls have done that, innit? But you need to understand when that's your reason why women are trash.
Nah,
or
I'm saying
are you just saying that?
that's one of the reasons. That doesn't even involve guys.
Nah, that's cool. That's cool. But that's why I have limited friends. You see what I mean? Me personally, I'm talking on behalf of me, my opinions. That's why I have limited friends. I have 3 friends in Worcester that are cool friends.
Yeah.
That free friend. Okay, and Sydney. 3 friends in Sydney. 3 female friends. And you're talking about why women are trash. You're not a woman. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, listen. But I'm saying, yeah, that's why me personally, I have limited friends. And as soon as one of these best friends talks about me behind my back.
You won't know because, as you said, it's behind your back.
But then
So
they're not friends in the first place. I'm very selective with who I let into my life. That's just me personally. I'm very selective with who I let into my life. The reason why I have certain friends are because of how they've showed themselves to me. You know what I mean? That's how you make friends, innit? How they show. You're not gonna make friends with someone who's not really got any common interests with you. But a lot of my friends, we have no common interest. It's just because we are very similar in the fact that we are real with each other. And if someone within my group is not real, then I'm sorry, but they've got to go. You know what I mean? I've locked off friends from 15 years because of what you're saying, and straight up gone. And yeah, okay, it hurts. I'm not cold-hearted. I'm not heartless. You know what I mean? But you're not a friend if you're doing that, and that is as simple as it is. And I can't speak on behalf of all females all over the world. And females do chat a lot of shit, and I agree with you on that one statement. But for me personally, if someone does that to me, they're going. I don't care how long I've known them. 2 months, 2 years, 20 years. Goodbye.
I hear you still.
Out here with Tim. Introduce yourself, cuz.
The-
What's up? My name's Tim. I'm a 4th year at Worcester Uni.
The uncle of Worcester.
The grandfather.
My guy,
Foundation.
the foundation. He knows everything, the history of Worcester. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Is that me? Yeah.
That's him. That's Tim.
We've been speaking about why women are trash, why men are trash. Have you got any strong opinions? Because I know some people in here have got really strong opinions.
Don't at me.
I just did.
Alright. Basically,
Do you want to
No,
fight?
relax.
I think man them get too much heat for being apparently trash when women get lightly. I think.
Exactly.
Women get lightly. Definitely.
Hey, but look, one quick thing before this, one little slight thing, you know, like Tim helped me out a lot. If you're a first year, yeah, you're a first year, get to know Tim because he will show you the ins and outs of Worcester. You know what I'm saying? Innit, sure, you know what I mean?
Shout out Tim.
Shout out Tim, man, like. Yeah, it's gone red in that, but you know, yeah.
So, girls, what is your experience with men being trash? Just involving men. So we've gone women just involving women, men just involving men.
You know what hurts me the most? You know what really aggravates me and makes me scream men are trash? That they'll rip you down, yeah, and make you feel so small, like nobody.
We said men on men,
know,
not
men
men on men.
Raw. Then I'm a lesbian. That's the end of that. If that is what you think men are, that these people that rip you down so only they can be the person to bring you up to make you feel some kind of goodness, then men are officially trash. And if you've just said men are men, I presume you're speaking about some
men
again.
on men, like you know how he said women are trash to women, like your best friend would be a pagan to your other best friend. Do you have any?
What do guys do amongst themselves?
Oh,
that make them trash?
okay, take that back. Wait there, sorry.
That's why I was like, when you said I'll be a lesbian, I was like, what? Yeah, it does, fam. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yes, it does.
Yes, it
Yes,
does.
it does.
It does.
Okay, you can explain it still.
Right, Tia, explain it.
Explain it bit by bit and she'll come through.
Some secret whispers going on right here.
Oh, I've got a good one. So boom.
Do not snitch.
Okay.
No names. We're gonna use Bob and Marley.
All right. So, shall I talk about personal experience or not?
Yeah, it's a podcast.
Okay. So, if Bob's talking to me, getting to know Bob's a nice person. I'm friends with.
Okay, yeah. So you're friends with Bob, yeah?
Oh, I'm friends with Bob. I'm confused how the story works now.
Stop interrupting.
Okay, so put it this way, yeah, man.
Can you explain the story?
The way man them
From
are
me?
trash to man them that I've seen, like, I don't even know why I'm switching on you, man, but this has happened, innit? So you guys know me. You see me on Snap. You see my Snap all the time, innit? Yeah. you see my Snap all the time. Yeah, I'm with a girl in it. So I have this girl on my Snap. Yeah. I'm gonna use women as like my thingies. Yeah. So her name is. Oh, she probably doesn't even listen to my podcast. Yeah. Her name's Sophia, innit? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. And this girl sees Tia on my Snap all the time. Sees Hannah on my Snap all the time. Yeah. Sees Caprice on my Snap all the time. Is like, why are you always with girls? This and that. Like, no offense to y'all, innit? Yeah. If they were collab, they wouldn't. The girl wouldn't say nothing. Let's be honest. Yeah. If the guy like you were talking to was snapping ugly chicks, you wouldn't say nothing, would you? You know what I'm saying?
I'd be like, why are you always with her? If I'm talking to them on a level, I'd be a bit like, why you, I don't.
Yeah, but it's not just one person. It's like 3 people, and you're thinking, is that your girl or something? Like you just started talking. You know what I'm saying? And I've said, no, that's not my girl, innit? Yeah. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like we're just friends. Like you see us walk into lecture. It's never like we're just in a room, just me and her or something. Yeah. Cool. So Tia knows this other guy friend of mine, innit? Yeah. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So Tia's always. So I'm always also gonna be on Tia's Snap all the time, innit? Yeah. So let's use Sean. Yeah. So Sean, Tia, and me. Yeah. Let's put it like this. Yeah. So you're trying to move to Tia, innit? Yeah. And I am Tia's friend. Yeah. So you see Tia on my Snap all the time, or you see me on Tia's Snap all the time. Yeah. But we're brethren as well, innit? Would you come to me or talk to Tia about it? You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. But if you're truly my friend, I'll be like, yo, Cindy, wagwan, like, what's happening?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in this instance, yeah, Sean just went straight to Tia and was like, why is he always on your Snap though? Like we're brethren, like we chat to each other like on a regs as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like Tia's like, well, Sidney's not my man, and I've said Tia's not my girl, innit? Like you'll see it in it, yeah. That's the way it happened in a situation like.
That's even that deep, really.
Yeah, but let's be honest, innit? If Sean really wanted to know, he would come up to me, innit? And that's one of the reasons why I'm in a.
I think, yeah, you're right. So you can judge someone's character by that. As in, I would keep someone at arm's length because of something small like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Imagine if it's a real deep situation.
Like it's big. Yeah, and that's what they're trying to say. Like guys would do to another, and that's why they think. That's one of the reasons, innit? They think we're trash. Damn, twice.
I don't think it's like trash, but I think it's a bit shady. Like if you're going and
I don't think it's
going
a
and
trashy
hanging
thing.
hanging out with this boy, and then saying why is he on your Snap? Like why are you hanging out? You know, it's a bit.
Alright, random question. If a girl's always around guys, do you think she's a hoe?
No.
And if a guy's always if a guy's always around a girl, like girls, do you think he's a hoe?
No, because she could just be a really attractive girl. But you know what I mean? Like,
No, but I mean, there's some girls out there who get along better with boys, innit? You know what
I
I'm
was
saying?
about to say that. Like my personality, I've always gotten better with boys. I'd rather chill with boys than girls. Girls,
bummy, innit?
girls. When it comes to, I don't think girls, in the sense of when it comes to man to female, are trash in certain situations. Don't get me wrong, they are in a lot of situations, but I don't think in a lot of situations, because I think although girls care a lot, I think boys have deeper feelings in certain situations.
I ain't got any.
You're an anomaly. I don't know how to say that.
I ain't got no feelings.
Anomaly. No, you're there.
Thank you.
I mean, what I'm gonna say to that, I just realized, I feel like a girl can be friends with guys and all that stuff because maybe she just likes to kick it with a man. I know that, like, the time that I realized I actually get along with guys, it was because we listen to rap, we talk about basketball. I don't know, I could just relate to them on subjects I couldn't really relate to with my female friends. So, I can talk about banging gym with my guy friends, but with my female friends, we can talk about squats. But when it comes down to it, they're like, oh my God, no. Okay? But this is not necessarily my opinion, but I've been told by my guy friends that, like, guys tend to be friends with you. I'm not saying you can't have genuine friendships, but guys tend to be friends with you because at some point they're trying to move to you, or, like, they would try it at any point. Like, they would try it. So maybe this could be an argument as to why men might be trashed. Because you guys, like, kind of...
Scheme, is what you're trying to
Yeah, like low key scheming.
Stay
I'm just trying to use your own point. You know, I'm just trying to. I'm just hypothesizing right now that men. This could be one of the reasons that you guys.
Yeah, I understand.
Stay scheming on us, low key scheming.
So we're just like bad thinkers and plan ahead.
Because I don't think women think like that unless we have like feelings for someone. No. Like I don't know. I don't think women like. I mean, ladies, this is our opinions. Have you had like male friends? Like, say if you're a girl, this is why I don't think she's a hoe. If I see a girl who's got lots of male friends, I don't think she's a hoe. Where I'm gonna have like 5 Negro friends, and then I'm thinking at some point I want to or would or whatever sleep with all of them. Not really. But I feel like guys, when they're your friend, given the chance, they will do it because they're like, wow, okay. Do you know what I mean?
I think it depends on the depth of the relationship.
Yeah, no, I didn't say that it's not possible. It's yeah,
If it's fresh, nigga, damn.
Wait, exactly. I agree with Majaro.
Like 2 years or 3 now.
No. You're sitting in the friend zone right there.
I think both ways round, male and female. The issue with sometimes with male-female friendships is because you get that close to that person. Like, I can 100% sit here and say I've been close, best friends with a boy, and then thought, oh, in the back of my mind, you know, when this boy's, you know, we've had an argument, or not an argument, but like we split up, and then I thought in the back of my mind, oh, you're perfect. You know what I mean? But that's just because they're your friends, you know what I mean? Likewise, your girls, but because you're like straight or whatever, you don't think, oh, my friend, that's a girl who's always there for me, like, you know what I mean? But I think likewise, sometimes in certain situations, boys think like that more. Like, oh, this girl's down for me. She likes the same things I like. Like, she's always there. She's always got my back. She's a ride or die. That's my G. You know what I mean? And then like in the situation, like you have feelings, whether it's feelings towards a relationship or to just sleep with her or whatever. You're not really processing those feelings so much. And then I think that's why I'm saying men, although they are trash, they do have deep feelings, you know what I mean? Like, and when females play with men, when they genuinely have feelings for them, I do think in that sense women are trash, because you shouldn't do that. If you've not made someone like fall for you, but you know what I mean? If someone's fell for you and you've allowed that to happen knowing that you didn't care or like him, likewise the other way around, then you are trash. That is horrible. That is so horrible to draw someone in when you didn't need to. You just didn't need to.
Oh, dead.
Fam, you're the one that said put everyone's phone on silent.
That's my alarm in the phone on that.
But so you're saying it's the girl's responsibility to tell the guy that, yo, before you get an idea.
Nah, it's anyone's.
Yeah,
but my question is,
likewise,
my thing is, yeah. Actually, to be go.
Oh, the only thing I was gonna add to that I was gonna say, okay, I'm gonna say my point, then I'm gonna be done, okay? Because I'm enjoying listening, but I think the main reason why women speak, and it's coming from pain or experience or whatever, right? Whether some people jump onto the bandwagon of men are trash, is I feel like the most common one. Even my grandma told me this one, that men, they either lie or they'll tell you what you want to hear. So I feel like it's how it by nature how they can be quite deceitful, and then it gets really frustrating because it's almost like acceptable. I'm not saying women don't lie.
What the hell is going on?
What the hell is going on? Let her finish first.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not saying women don't lie. Maybe in some cases, like we can do it even better. Like there's certain things that I'm like, oh, I could do this, I could get away with it, but I can't be doing that because that's not
your morals. You know what I'm saying?
I can't be doing that. But I think it's just more like how men tend to be quite like deceitful, and like she's saying, I've had that experience as well, where a guy will move to you, they'll come to you, and they kind of say, okay, let's do this. And then when they're done, they're like, okay, I'm done. They'll move on to the next thing. And that speaks to the man himself. Do you know what I mean? Like that speaks to maybe
character.
Yeah, it speaks to their character, their self-worth, how they know themselves. Because people can only meet you at the level of depth that they've met themselves. So if men aren't kind of allowed to like be really emotional and expressive and stuff like that, maybe they grow up like not being able to express all these things. Yeah, so and then for them to enter into relationships and treat women with respect when high key they haven't kind of met themselves at like a deeper level of self-love and stuff like that, they can't then give that to a woman. But then maybe we then put so much expectation on men to like to do the most for us, and they're gonna let us down because they're not brought up to like, you know, be emotional. I'm not saying men can't be emotional because that's based on character.
No, I agree with that. I think women are brought up with this idea that men are meant to hold doors for you. They're meant to put you on a pedestal. They're meant to treat you like a princess. They're meant to propose on the Eiffel Tower. You know what I mean? We're brought up to.
I used to think that.
Exactly. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We're brought up to think that. So then when we're selectively choosing who we think is our prince, we're like, well, you're not looking to take me to the Eiffel Tower to propose. You're not looking to hold doors, buy me flowers, do all this. And everybody can sit here and say, like, that you expected something from someone and you didn't get it. So you thought they weren't the one or they weren't the right person. Like, my ex never, you know what I mean? I expected things, and that was the problem. I shouldn't have expected, because he was there for me emotionally. He didn't need to be. But I expected all that, let's say, material stuff.
Chivalry and stuff like that, innit? Chivalry, the stuff you see, like.
Because of how society has made it out to be, and that's sad.
Is
that is sad.
Like, I used to think like that. I used to think like, she would go right, open doors for her, she'd be grateful, you get to know her,
Fam.
But more things.
That's
more
me personally.
I tried doing that, but I just got fucked over.
Fam, you open.
I think personally, holding doors open for girls.
Oh yeah, you're a nice friend.
Fam, it's a negative, bruv. You open the door for a girl. Why are you looking at my bum?
I
Like,
never say that. I would say
No,
thank
but
you for
that's-
holding the door. You
yeah.
held the door for me today.
yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
some girls in it, yeah. But some girls, you open the door, don't look at my bum. Like, really? Like, come on, huh?
Yeah, but then I feel like,
No.
but then I feel like you're talking about. I feel like you can't.
It's a type of girl.
You're talking about like the type
I'm
of
not
person
generalizing
that
all
you.
girls. It's just my experiences, the ones I've
The
dealt
type,
with.
yeah, that's the type of person that,
Oh, yeah,
that you've dealt with.
So, who's trashing this situation, yeah? You get with a girl and you're like, hey, I don't have feelings. I ain't gonna catch feelings. You know what I'm saying, innit, yeah?
I genuinely believe in that situation, the man is not trash and neither is the female.
You know what I'm saying?
If the female thinks by sleeping with the male that she's going to get him to gain feelings, and that's, she's foolish. She's not trash, she's foolish. Because ultimately, you've been told from day dot what his intentions are, which is fine, you know what I mean? If someone came up to me and was like, listen, I'm only looking to sleep with you, I'd be like, listen, I appreciate that.
Appreciate
Thank you.
honesty.
You know what I mean? I
Communication,
appreciate your
That's
honesty.
communication, that's what I'm saying. Like,
communication.
Honestly, I'm looking for a relationship, like your personality or whatever. I was looking for that. You know what I mean? So for me, that would be my response, and then we either go our separate ways or we continue our friendship or whatever we had before, or we could create a friendship. Maybe probably be a bit awkward to begin with, but you know what I mean? We go from there. But I don't think men are trash for that situation. I respect them. Thank you.
See,
Thank you for being honest.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all that it
I
needs
think
to be.
I think
honesty.
when it comes to that, when people say women are trash or men are trash, like it's just communication.
yeah,
innit?
lack of communication.
Like or like how the thing ended. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? Obviously, certain ones of my amending, do that to girls because that's all they're trying to do. They look for a relationship, but they get labelled as, you're like a hoe. You're just trying to fuck everything. But how can you be a hoe if you're not ready for something like that? How?
I don't think you're a hoe if you're not ready. I think one, currently in the situation we're in uni. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 people come into uni in relationships. The relationship ends.
No,
because you're surrounded.
Damn.
100%.
It's true, 9 out of 10.
Because
Damn.
because you see a whole new. You know what I mean? People are coming from all over the place.
See
You're
paintings
like, oh my
like me.
God. Like these
Look at
people here.
Sydney.
Granted, I came to uni in a relationship. Now I'm not in a relationship. It was nothing to do with that. It was just because the relationship broke down. You fall out of love sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or probably wasn't love. That's a bit of a strong word. But you know what I mean? You fall out of liking someone a lot.
Yeah, strongly
So,
like.
For me, it had nothing to do with the boys in uni. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. The niggas are ugly. We're all beautiful people in your own ways. But well, chill out. You're all paying. Chill.
I banged him in that as well. I banged him.
But
Get a camera.
I banged him. As well.
Like I feel when coming to uni, you need to understand that people had lives before they came to uni. Like people coming from all sorts, they had people they were with back home,
different backgrounds as
different
well.
backgrounds, upbringings. That's what I had to.
Yeah, different principles as well.
I thought that people were gonna be like me, respectful, treat you with
No
the
one's
same
used you.
respect you treat with them, but that wasn't the case most of the time. I
Some people
interacted with
like
most
farming,
people.
But back to your point, the reason why your boys are being labelled is because of the females that you're surrounding yourself with. Because if you surround yourself with females with open minds and not thinking so shallowly, like, oh, he's just told me all he wants to do is sleep with me. Oh, now he's he's a fuckboy, he's this, he's that. Then, you know what I mean? Girls will sit there and scream fuckboy, but we're not stupid. Like, you know what I mean? I came into this podcast saying men are trash. I've sat here defending you most of this podcast because it's the truth. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's from me. That's from my heart. That's genuinely what I believe. Not all men are trash. Not all females. Not all people are trash. But some people do some trashy stuff, and it does hurt people. I can say everybody in this room, more or less probably, has been affected by something. Someone of the opposite sex, unless any of you are gay, which I don't think, but yeah, somebody from the opposite sex has done to you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
can we go around the room and like say what the trashiest thing someone's ever done to you?
Oh, most trashiest thing someone's done, yeah?
Got you, fam.
Alright, let's go, Tim.
Nah,
We'll start that way.
Hey,
We'll start that way. Let's go, Majaro.
Alright. So, fuck, this is gonna be a long story.
Alright, no names in it. Just use
Obviously
Bob and Marley in it.
Nah, that's kind of gay in the situation because he's a guy in it.
Speaking to some girl like time.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
I slid into the DMs, was like, yo, well gone. And she was like, yeah, I'm alright, this and that. Got to know her. And I'm thinking, yeah, let me actually give this a chance. Let me ask her if she wants to meet up and drink some coffee or something. So tutus, we go Costa's and that. Well, I go Costa's. She's like an hour late. So I'm thinking, alright. Let me call her where she's at. She's like, yeah, I'm in the car. I'm on my way. Blah 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 blah. She comes in. She already has food. So I'm like, oh, so we're not going Costa now? And she's like, nah. And then I'm like, right, I've already committed to going Costa. Let me go Costa, get some drinks, and then go back to mine. And she's like, oh yeah, when we get to yours, can I eat this? Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, cool. We'll get mine. She has like one fork's worth, and then we just start getting on the bed, and she's like, hey, you're alright, da da da, getting to know each other, and then tutus. She's doing the whole business, and I'm just like, yo, chill. Are you sure you want to do this? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, that sucks.
Tutus happens, the deed's done, and then she starts getting the pants together, and she's like, yeah, I'm gonna meet my friend. I'm like, oh, right.
Yeah, that sucks.
I'm like, oh, right. I actually came in the situation saying, okay, let me take her to Costa, let's get to know each other, and then let's leave it at that, and then we'll hook up or see each other another time. But nah, she just wants to get a beat out the door. And I'm thinking, at the time, I'm thinking, right, okay, what the hell just happened? So I'm thinking, okay.
So you got used.
You know.
Yeah, you definitely got
You know,
wait, the story's not even finished yet. So
it's more.
There's more, fam.
Nah, stop it, because
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
This is where I woke up. I was like, nah. I said it was in a dream.
I'm sorry.
So I'm trying to like chat to this girl a bit more, trying to get to know her and all this, and it's over Christmas, and we can't see each other because I'm in Manchester and she's about here. She's about in it. So I'm trying to keep the flame going. It dies down. I get back. I'm trying to like link her up, but she's like, oh no, I'm not on it. Da da da. And then tutus, I hear from my man. He beat her 2 weeks before I started chatting to her, and then she chatted to me. She beat me. I went away for Christmas. I came back, found out my next one beat it during Christmas.
Whoa. She ran a train on y'all.
I'm looking around the room to see if the men are like making pictures.
That is a train. That is a train.
I'm here thinking, because she was chatting to me like, yeah, let me get to know you. Oh, we'll see where things go. And I'm thinking in my head like, all right, let's see what happens. She just wanted to get to the bedroom. She just wanted to beat.
Nah, you got.
Like if she said it was just a beat, I would have been fine. I'm like, okay, cool. That's what I want too.
But it's because afterwards she was like.
Afterwards, yeah, she's like. And then I tried hard on her.
It's not that trash. It's not that trash. How long did you
mean that's not trash?
That is trash. But you know where you messed up in that situation. What? You slept with her, and I know it's very hard to tame yourselves as men. Listen, but you if you genuinely wanted to get to know her. Yeah, do you need to stick it in her to get to know her?
You want to get to know
you. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter when you sleep with someone. Listen, it doesn't matter when you sleep with someone. It doesn't. You're right. You can sleep with them the first time you meet them. Have a 10-year. You know what I mean? You can marry them. You know, have their kids, live with them for the rest of their lives. It doesn't matter when you sleep with them. But because you telling me through this podcast how you've got manners, you're a gentleman. From me, I was getting those kind of vibes. But you're telling me she came to your house once and you jumped into bed with her, and now you're upset because she jumped into bed with your friends. What did you expect? She was so quick to jump into bed with you. Did you expect anything more from her?
Yeah.
From when you seen her
You
trying to
gotta see
get
her
up
for what
on
it is,
you
you know what I'm
on the
saying?
bed, I'd have been like, if a man was like that to me, if he's saying, come mine, let's chill. Automatically in my head I'm thinking, I don't want to go yours because I don't want to chill in your room. I
That's
don't
smart.
want anything to happen.
Yeah.
But by some chance, and you're trying to touch, don't touch me. I would have thought you had more respect. You said you were getting to know me. I would have thought you had more respect for me than to be touching. Don't touch me, bruv. Don't touch me. And I would take it upon myself to leave. I understand that was your house. So you tell her to leave. It's not her house. I'm pretty sure, as you said, okay, you didn't say that now. But you know, I can see you. These can't see you. You're strong. You're tall. Pick her up. Throw her out the window. She's trash.
Yeah, but you guys got
Majaro, can I just wanna ask a question. How do you feel after that, Majaro? How do you feel?
But guys are so, especially when it comes to sex, guys have like basically no self-control.
Can you not
Guys
control
are very
yourself?
sex-driven. So if a,
No, some of us are very highly sex-driven. You know what I'm saying?
exactly, if a girl's on top of you,
Okay.
Yo,
It's very
if
hard.
she's-
It's very
it's
hard.
very hard.
exactly.
Yo, you
What same
understand?
guy's gonna
She's
say, get off
basically-
me?
She's basically testing your manhood.
Like,
She's gonna
like-
top
A
you.
guy who
She's
has
gonna
self-respect
Yeah.
is going to
Don't
say
even
that.
say
Self-respect, discipline,
Let me
control.
tell you something else. I would say about
It's this
10 in
situation.
150 guys will push her
Listen,
away.
yeah, but listen to me. It's this situation. He's saying he wants to get to know her.
Yeah,
You don't need to get to know her naked. You know what I mean? You can get to explore her
Yeah.
mind.
when you get to
explore-
when you're meeting someone, like, you don't want to do it. You're really serious about the situation. Like, are you proper German?
Mm.
Like, you just want to get to know her. You're not even.
That's you, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You just try and get to know her. Know what she's about, where she's from.
Mm.
Like,
Still.
I'm not.
Nah,
And if
it's-
you're trying to build a foundation, you're not really gonna do it the first time you hook up. You know what I'm saying? You just you gradually. You know what I'm saying? You gradually build it. So like, for me in that situation, you should have seen it for what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Should've seen it
You
coming,
should.
I'm not
You
gonna
kind of you can see a hoe. I can see a hoe. Just the way she talks, where she's acting, and she definitely jumped on my bed. I was like, yeah, that's confirmation. She did duff at her, but I would have seen it before I even got to that. You know what I mean?
No, but
You know
I think
what I'm
it's
saying?
just
I kinda-
it's bringing
I
her
kinda
back
saw
to
it,
your
but I didn't
house.
wanna-
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
wanna
That's what it
do
was.
That makes sense.
Okay, that's not for me.
And
Still,
that
innit?
takes, obviously, if you're doing that straight away, it takes the mystery away from someone as well. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's no concept left to him. You've seen every part of him, so it's
Mhm.
there from
Except
there.
on the spiritual
Yeah,
side,
it's there
mental
from
side.
there.
But like, you know.
But really, when you're trying to build a foundation with someone, you're not really going to try and do it on the first day. You're still trying to get to know.
If you're trying to get to know
her.
her, take her out somewhere. then
Yeah,
bring
take
her
it
to your
out.
house.
Have something to eat. You know.
That's what I mean, though, innit?
Yeah,
That's
should've
just
took
so
out-
that's just so boring, innit? Like generally,
No, but that's the way.
like for
that's
me,
the way you're supposed to
like,
do it, though. You know what I mean?
see, that's what I'm saying.
It
Listen,
depends how you
listen
wanna
to
get
what you're saying,
know
innit?
her.
You're saying
That's what she
that's the
wants
way you're supposed to do it. In what sense? Like, yeah, you can bring people over. You can fucking chill. Like, I get a sense. Yeah, she said I had somewhere to go in it, but there's been in some senses where I fucked girls, and they've just stayed in my house, my room, the whole weekend. We've chilled. We've got to know each other on a deep level. Like we had walk conversations, all of this, yeah. But we just didn't get in a relationship. So what you're saying? Like, I get what you're saying. Like, you're saying there's a basic way to doing it, but like there's also alternatives ways. There's some girls. There's like a guy I know, yeah. Actually, no, I can't even say it still.
But did you get into a relationship with that girl, or are you just cool with her? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we're just really good friends now.
So,
Like no, cause
So that's nothing wrong with that situation.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with the situation. Like she knew what I was like in it. That's why innit? Like I feel like the reason yours didn't work out is because you never said, hey, I see myself with you in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like you never said, or did you?
Yo, you can't come up. You can't
No,
come
because
up
listen,
and say
yeah.
that.
I put some work in some girls, yeah, where it's been a late thing where after training 12 a.m. I've gone to their yard, chilled with them from 12 to like 2, and then down the line, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks later, they said, I need verbal confirmation. Am I lying? There's some girls that actually just need verbal confirmation. No matter how much effort and time you put in, they'll be like, hey, I need you to do this for me. I need you to say something. You know what I'm saying?
What are we?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes you actually just need to say, communicate properly. So in your situation, I feel like it was just a lack
Would
of
you do that,
communication.
though? Would you do that?
Do what? Do what?
Give him that confirmation.
No.
Why though? Why would you never
Fam.
Because he don't get feelings, that's why.
Nah, it's not even like that, yeah. But it's a sense of, generally me speaking, like the way I've been programmed, yeah. If someone is coming to see me, if someone's coming to see me at 12 a.m. at night, yeah, and we're not beating or nothing, like we're just generally chilling, having a great time, that is a lot of effort. How many of you, man, will go to your brethren's house at 12 a.m. after training, not to smoke, not to drink or night, but just generally to have conversations, or even with girls.
What, to chill with the man?
Yeah. After training, no, nothing, just chill, conversate. On a regular basis. We're talking Monday, we're talking Tuesday, we're talking Thursday. And even weekends sometimes.
People got work to do.
And then you got to be up 6 a.m. the next day for training. You telling me that I ain't putting time and effort in? Am I lying?
It is. It's like.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, some people still want communication in it. So,
Let's speak.
So what I'm saying in your situation is that the lack of communication you had, like you never actually said, hey, I genuinely want to build with you, innit?
Yeah, but no one wants
But
to
that's
be
not
that
his.
guy, though.
It's
No
not
one
his.
wants to be that person. No one wants to be that person.
Her behavior is not his fault. Wait, whoa. Her behavior is not his fault.
No, but you got.
At what time do you say that? Yeah, because she's just came to his yard straight away. Like,
He should have said from the messages, from when they're talking. When
You know, yeah.
Tim, on a level, yeah, Tim. If I wanted to get to know you, I'd say, Tim, listen, I want to get to know you. I don't want to sleep with you. I just want to get to know you. If when I discover what you're really about, who you really are, then we take things further. Then I'd want to get into a relationship, and only then can we sleep together. Because I want to get to know you. I want to know everything about you. I want to know what you're about. I want to know your. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Why you know what I mean? But like, it's all about reading. You should have like got the vibes from the text messages. You know what I'm saying? Like how you talk. You know what I'm
Why
saying?
you not make it like sex is a reward or something for getting to know someone?
It's not.
No, but that's the sense you're saying it. Hey, if you get to know me, I'ma have sex with you.
No, I'm saying I have more respect for my body than to offer it out to someone I've just met that wants to get to know me.
That's what
Do you know
I'm
how many
saying.
people have messaged me since me and my ex broke up? If I jumped into bed with all of them, my body count would be 200. Like I'm saying, there's no. You get to know people properly. That's
what
how
I'm saying.
I've been programmed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, innit?
Some girls, say if a guy was like, yeah, man, I'm trying to like have a future with you. Some girls would be like, he's fucking cringy. That's what loads of girls will say.
But why? Listen. Okay. Listen. But why can't you? Listen. No. Listen. Just say you don't even need to say I'm trying to have a future with you. If you're just looking to sleep with the girl, just say I'm only. Listen.
No, I wasn't.
You're paying. My intentions are only to sleep with you, or just say that straight.
Wait, what?
No, it was a bad joke.
I feel like
It's a bad
I
joke.
feel like the take-home message here is just know yourself. If you're two consenting adults, right, and you guys get together, you start talking, whatever, like she's saying, you should have communicated like what it was. Because if she thought like, okay, she's trying to have a B and then she's living her best life and doing whatever else she's doing, that's on her. If she deceived you in some way and like she led you to believe that like you guys are gonna have because you want to have a future with her, but you didn't explicitly communicate it to her.
Because no one wants to be that guy.
Yeah, then no, but if you really
You don't come out and say you just.
No, I'm not.
It's the way you come across, isn't it? It's the way you come
I'm not,
across.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm saying, if you guys are talking to each other, right, there should just be some sort of like unspoken understanding of what it is. And then if you feel like, okay, you know what you want, then you need to like, be grown enough to like communicate that and say, you know what, I'm looking to get to know you. It doesn't have to be a cringy thing. If the person says, okay, I'm not about this, or whatever, like if some girls are like that, then you walk away and you realize, okay, I didn't read the vibe right. Like I didn't read her right. Like she's not for me. But unless she played you, lied to you or whatever, and she led you to believe you guys were going to have a future and then she went and like beat all your friends, that's just on her. And like, I mean, she can sleep with whoever she wants to sleep with. And as Sydney's saying, like, sex is not necessarily a reward of getting to know someone. You guys start talking, you communicate what it is. If you don't need to like explicitly say it, then you're gonna obviously like be in that realm of assumptions, and then somebody's gonna be hurt from that. Do you know what I mean? So
That's
just
saying,
know yourself, know your worth, add tax.
Yeah, but you can do all of these things, yeah, and some fuck nigga can still ruin your life. Yeah. Like I get.
He only ruins your life if you let him.
Fam, there's some niggas I know that drop the maddest game, like for the most prestigious thing. Be like, yeah, I'm gonna do all of this. Like, it's kind of trashy.
Listen. If a guy comes to me and he's saying, I want to do this for you, I want to do that for you, I'm gonna do. I don't need you to do stuff for me. I can do my own shit.
I'm not saying like
that's me. Yeah. And if a girl thinks by a guy doing stuff for her, that's what.
No, I'm not saying like that's what he's doing. I'm just using an example in like he's dropping the maddest game. So like you were saying earlier, what you wanted to hear is what you're getting right now, innit? So when you start hearing stuff like that, you kind of forget your self-worth. You're thinking, shit, this nigga's got me still. Like, I'm thinking, shorty's got me still. Like, I get what you're saying. I had all this tax, get to know the person, but this person could just be dropping game for all you know.
I mean, I tend to not fall for people's words. I fall for their actions.
He could be he could be mad at acting.
But I've been in. Yeah.
He could be acting.
Thank you, Chocolate Thunder. Always got my back.
Acting though.
Tim knows. No, do you know what it is? The way that I'm 24, right? So I feel like I've kind of learned, and I haven't necessarily learned from. Pardon?
Quarter century gang.
I haven't necessarily learned from being hurt and heartbroken and all the stuff by people. I've just kind of learned through you just watch people's behavior. Like, I've been in situations where I meet someone and they're saying all this and I'm like, cool. Because when they met me, I was living my life, doing for me and things like that, right? If you walk into my life, you're just supposed to be seasoning to what's already there. So if someone comes into my life and they're offering me, I'm going to do this and do that and do that. If I'm falling for that, it means that person came into my life and like they're offering me things that I want to hear. No, that's a lesson for me to learn, not to fall for what people are telling me. If I'm living my life, that's why I said know yourself. If you know yourself and someone comes in and they sold you dreams, that was a lesson that you were supposed to learn. You take it, you firm it, you move forward.
No, that's what I'm saying, innit? Like, you're saying, sell me this, sell me that, yeah. So you're like, he needs to season my life, innit? So this guy's came in unexpectedly and started seasoning your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could just be what you quit.
She's using seasoning in a different
way.
I'm using it in a different way.
Sell you dreams in it, yeah?
No, not sell dreams. Okay, let's say it's a situation where like a guy was like, Tapiwa, you're pretty cool, and I mean I dig your vibe and stuff like that. We're kicking it, we're getting to know each other. Yeah. He's just gonna know from being around me for longer than an hour that I'm not giving him this flirtatious kind of vibe, like we're about to do something. It's gonna just be straight physical.
Niggas will wait 3 years.
He's gonna
don't care.
But you know what it is? If you're dishonest and you're able to be dishonest for like 3 years, I don't know what kind of like psychotic behavior that is. But
it's a trashy one, that's all it is.
But if you that's what I'm saying, know yourself. You focus on your goals and your own thing, right? And then if a guy is selling you dreams and saying all this other stuff, then you're gonna know with time. Like you just live your life. If they come in and they're saying all this, watch their actions. You just watch their actions. Eventually they'll get tired and be like, you know what, I'm about this. I've been in situations like that so much just by having certain standards and upholding them. If you live by principle, 80% of your decisions are already made. So if someone walks into your life and they're like, yo, okay, they're seeing what they want to see and they're attracted to it, right? Eventually, if I'm not giving back whatever, if I'm not feeding into their bowl, then they're gonna just be like, I'm not about this life anymore. That's why I said they have to be seasoning. I'm already, like, for example, I'm in uni, I'm getting involved in all these different things. Society, I'm trying to develop myself and things like that. Yeah, I'm trying to get to know people. So if a guy walks into my life and I already know what I want, unless they are that and they exemplify certain character, certain behavior and all this other stuff, and then they meet the standard that I've already set for how I treat myself, they're gonna like fall to the wayside, like every other guy who comes in. But if they meet that standard based on the standard that I've already set, then it's cool. The only way they can sell me dreams and stuff is if I'm living in the clouds. I'm living in reality. That's what I'm saying. Know yourself and yeah, be about that. How is he gonna sell me dreams? I'm not looking to buy dreams.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
what do you mean? What are you failing to understand in that? Okay, Tim, help us out.
So this debate is on whether men are trash or women are trash, right? So imagine I came to uni with a girlfriend. I was with her for 3 years, right? And then when I got to uni, I was here for a month. I found out that my girl had been beating my best friend of 8 years after being at uni. So
end the podcast. End the podcast. End the podcast. End the podcast. Yo.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah. That happened. It was deep. But like you can't like. Men and women are both trash. Like there's no.
That's some different level, fam.
Trust me.
Like, I don't think I could do that. There's men I can do that to them, bro. Just to understand it. So could women, but that's hard.
Some people just aren't nice.
That is some heartless shit.
Some people are heartless, and you know what? But you know what? Yes, that's cold. Yes, it's evil, and yes, I would not wish that upon my worst enemy because emotions are involved.
Fuck, man.
But you're 10 times the person that you were. I know that's. I know people are like, oh well, it makes you better, and in the moment you're like, no, they're this, they're that, they're the next thing. You know, you're angry, all of that. But Tim, as much as I didn't like you when I first met you, you were cool. You were cool. You don't know, but you know the little, you know the discussions we had. But what did I say to you when I came out the other night? I might have been slightly tipsy, but I do have a lot of respect for you and all that you've done. You know what I mean? And that's just me seeing you. I didn't know you before this, and I do respect you. From what I've seen, you are a gentleman. You are a nice person. You always treat me with respect, even when I've been rank and rude. You know what I mean? I didn't need to be, but you know sometimes you know what I mean? But you've always treated me with respect, and I respect you for that.
I appreciate it.
And I can see how different situations in your life has shaped you, and you know what I mean? You're a good man. Good man.
We're all good men here still. So yeah. So thank you for tuning in to the Do The Right podcast this week.
It's been a pleasure having all you.
Appreciate all you motherfuckers out here.
Thank you for having us.
It's good.
Sydney, I'm not a motherfucker.
We're gonna do this again. Fam, when you have
chill, man. I was joking.
Anyways, so thank you very much. Anybody want to shout out? Oh, shout out to Alexander's first student night. It was amazing. That was good. That was really good.
I know Sean was recovering from last night till today.
I'm still hungover.
Still am, you know.
I'm still hungover.
I'm
shout
tired.
Mario.
I need to go back to Birmingham.
I'm tired.
Hey, shout out to my mum, Mother's Day and that. Happy Mother's Day,
Shout out to
mum.
mine too.
Mother's
Love
Day
you,
Sunday, guys.
Love you, mum.
So
I miss
make
your cooking. I miss your jollof rice. All of that. Bless.
So guys, make sure you get your mother something nice on Sunday. Don't be a bitch.
Enough said, innit? Don't be.
Have you stopped it?